All right, this is an album cover coming at you with another game between Denwo, who is the red Terran here on the bottom, and then FoxxBird, who is the purple Protoss here on the top. And yeah, so if I'm correct, this is the second time they are meeting up. And who won the first time? Denwo won the first time. So it'll be interesting to see how FoxxBird reacts this time compared to his games before with Denwo. We've seen FoxxBird before go extreme mass stalkers, and that worked against another Protoss player. But it'll be interesting to see how it works against a Terran player. Not going for the wall off whatsoever. Of course, Denwo is going to go ahead and wall off here at the top of his ramp. Not going to be a little bit more aggressive and wall up here to secure his natural as well. So, yeah, so I'll go ahead and say I think this is the finals in the losers bracket. Of course, best of three in the semifinals in the thank you, my peanut gallery helped me out there. But semifinals in the losers bracket of the ACM Double Elimination Starcraft 2 tournament, sponsored by Navigus. So yeah, very excited to see. We've seen some pretty awesome games today, and it's not done yet. FoxxBird using this probe to harass this SCV, and if he can kill it off, of course that'll be really good for him and delay this barracks. But Denwo will not let that happen. Pulling off two SCVs, a little bit excessive. He just really needs one to handle that. And that one almost dies. Looks like if that SCV does stop, that is going to die because he's only got 5 HP left. So he's only going to take one more hit, and this barracks. This barracks has just been completed by another SCV, and it goes down. So FoxxBird with the first kill of the game, going to go ahead and get his gateway out, and then a cybernetics core. So definitely looks like he could be leaning towards those stalkers again, and this probe going to go out here with its one mighty kill and sling across the map. So going to go ahead and get a reactor, which if FoxxBird does go for his mass stalker again, this reactor is not going to be the best thing that Denwo needs. He's going to need those marauders and lots of them. But of course, he hasn't seen those mass stalker yet, so he doesn't. It's reasonable to understand that you don't want to commit to anything necessarily before you've seen it. But yeah, and going to go ahead and grab his second refinery. And looks like build a supply depot out here next to these destructible rocks. That is something you need to always keep in mind when you play on this map, that these destructible rocks here are at the back of your base, and if you don't take into account these rocks, you can have an army, an enemy army just march straight through into your supply line, and that's never something you want. So you got to get another gateway, and of course pylon here, researching warp tech. Getting out his stalker. He did go ahead and get one zealot just to kind of position out here. Obviously, not be able to really guard this ramp well, and if any troops do come in, but there nonetheless, just to see to spot when things do come. He's also got this Zelnaga watchtower with his probe. So Denwo apparently is upset about the random people that just walked in their room. Gonna go check on that. So these 4 Marines are spawning, and he's gonna go ahead and mass these Marines. I think Denwo seems like he's going to try to mass these Marines quicker than FoxxBird can mass these stalkers. So also he's going for an engineering bay and factory, so he's going to go for those upgrades for his Marines. If you're going to have a lot of them, you should definitely do that. And then going for the reactor and the starport. So something that I haven't seen Denwo do is use tanks a lot before, and I feel like tanks would definitely be a reasonable retaliation to these stalkers that are here coming for the attack, and another pylon here to of course reinforce this army very quickly. So if you just kept a couple tanks right here, you could definitely defend yourself a lot easier if you were Denwo. But I have a feeling he's going to raise up this factory when it gets done, swap it out for the starport, and get those medevacs out there as soon as possible, which will be right a little bit after this attack comes. So these Marines need to be over here and defending his front. If they don't, he really would be in a world of hurt. Right there, with these zealots up here, they can spot the high ground. And this barracks and reactor are basically going to go down. That is getting a couple Hellions. I really don't know how well Hellions are going to do against that army mix. Getting go ahead and bunker, which is definitely going to help him. Needs to replace that barracks as well. But right now, FoxxBird is just basically commanding this game. Going to go ahead and get a robotics facility as well. And Denwo just not quite able to micro these Hellions quite well enough. And going to go ahead and get in that bunker very quickly, and going to go ahead and be able to defend a little bit easier. But at the same time, this starport is not in a great position to be defended by this bunker. And making a Viking, I'm not sure why he's going for the Viking. I don't really see a reason for that right now, with no air units in sight before any medevacs. Because that's really what he needs with all these Marines. So yeah, really, FoxxBird can just kind of work his way around here and work around this bunker, and really just kind of wreak as much havoc as he wants at this point. He can reinforce his army very, very easily with this pylon right here, and Denwo smartly making another bunker right here, although it's not being able to be completed. Almost actually being taken down, that Hellion being taken down almost immediately when he spawns. So FoxxBird is looking very, very strong in this game, trying to build a barracks way back behind his supply line, and then of course Denwo just getting completely overwhelmed with the situation and going ahead and GG. So this is going to go to the second game in the best of 3, where Denwo will pick the map. Album cover, sign off.